right, welcome to another edition of the Under the Lights podcast, the Wilmington High edition. I'm here with 4 Wildcats tonight. 3 of them are seniors. One of them is a quarterback who somehow is not a senior, even though it feels like he's been playing for Wilmington High for like 27 years. We're here with JP, senior lineman, Mark Holleran, who is somehow still junior quarterback, Josh, senior wide receiver DB, and JR, senior tight end and D end. Guys, thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
So Wilmington right now is 5-2. The only 2 losses were in very close games to highly ranked teams from higher divisions. Is the best season the Wildcats have had in over a decade. No rankings out yet, but you guys were 3rd, and just based on the power rankings formula, even with the loss by 1 touchdown to a team from Division III, it shouldn't change much at all. Just how's it felt this year? I mean, Wilmington High hasn't had juice like this in like a long time. How's this season felt?
Feels amazing.
Feels great. Feels great finally to be winning again. You know, like growing up, like the high school team hasn't been really good, and now since we're doing good, it's just great, changing the culture.
Mark, I want to ask you, because you're a guy that it was obvious to everyone took losses very hard last year as a sophomore. Just how different has it felt? And I know it's different when you're winning, but like, did you have to adjust your mindset at all because you like beat yourself up so much last year?
Yes, I had to. I just kind of had to learn to like failure leads to like a winning. Like you have to fail to like succeed. And I'm like, at the beginning of the season, I kind of struggled a lot, and that's kind of led to me like picking it up. Like I feel like I've been doing pretty good since the season started. So yeah.
So, for you guys, what would you say about Mark as a quarterback? Just what do you see from him in games and in practices? Because I know the quarterback, it's such an important position as far as running the offense, leadership. But like, what have you guys seen from him as a quarterback?
Yeah, it's cool to see him like grow. Like I know I haven't been here for like that long, so I didn't get to see him a lot like last year or the year before. But even just like week in, week out, you can just see him like getting better like as the season goes on. So that's cool to see.
For Josh and for JR, both of you guys, Josh, I know you played football before, but you haven't played at the high school since you were a freshman, you said.
Yeah.
JR, this is your first year playing football at all?
Yeah.
What made you guys decide to come out for the team this year, especially after Wilmington High had, you know, it's not like they were winning state championships during your time in high school. You know, there's a lot of seniors that are like, you know, I made it through 3 years without getting beat up like that. You know, I don't really feel like doing that as a senior. What made each of you decide to join the team this year?
It was honestly probably the coaches, and it was just like my last year. I might as well just play.
Yeah, a lot of my friends, like my close friends, play, so they kind of convinced me, like, you know, your last year, might as well try it out, see if you like it, and so far so good. I like it.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, so like first year ever playing football, what was it like having to learn everything as a senior?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't easy. The first couple of practices were definitely different from anything I've done, but I mean, I feel like I've caught up a little bit at least, so yeah.
John, you're a guy that I know wrestling's really big for you, but you're playing meaningful minutes this year. Like, you know, you've been a big presence on the defensive line, especially when they need to get short yards and someone needs to take a stand against that. Just what's your senior season been like for you, and how much fun are you having as a senior?
I'm having so much fun this season. I think it is a great opportunity for me for my last year and new coaching staff.
So for each of you guys, do you have a favorite moment of the season so far? And it could be a play you were involved in, one that you weren't, just like just something that happened in a game or in a practice that you're like, that's the high point of the season right now.
For me, I'd probably say beating Wakefield, because leading up to Wakefield, like that week of practice, I probably had the worst week of practice like you could have. Like I was getting screamed at all week because like I wasn't doing good. I wasn't picking it up, and then like that, like going from that feeling in practice being like completely like down to beating Wakefield, like it's just, oh my god, so good. I was so happy to beat Wakefield.
I'd say probably beating Stoneham even after Timmy got hurt, because you know, like during that game, morale kind of went down after he did, but just to beat them, which we haven't done in like a decade or something like
Yeah.
that, was probably the high point, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd say the same. Like, just a lot of energy, and like after winning, everybody's all happy.
Yeah, I say that. I say that was the turning point
Yeah.
of the season.
Stoneham as well. Probably one of my favorite games of all time right now.
That was a awesome game. I'm so glad I got to do the edit for that game, my first Wilmington High edit that I've gotten to do, because the first game of the season, Elijah shot you guys. It was just the way that our schedules lined up, and then you guys won, and then we put it up to a vote, and people voted for Elijah to be at the next one, and you guys won again, and I'm like, I can't switch it up now, and then if they lose, and then you guys won again, so it was like the Burlington game, which was an amazing game, and I know that that's one that you guys could have had and probably would, but like I literally got back in time to film that, and so I was just flying a drone around Wilmington, like I was flying it over the field getting shots, but from like the library parking lot, because I was like, I can't show up for this, and then Stoneham I was finally able to do, and that was great for me to just get to watch that. It was definitely the turning point, because those first 3 wins was like, all right, they're games you guys are supposed to win. The Burlington game was a great game, didn't quite pull it out, but Stoneham's like had your guys' number. Their coach was a long-time coach at Wilmington High before. I know there's a lot on the line. It must have just felt really good, and I know that they were definitely, I think, felt like they were going to win that game, and were letting you guys know for a while. So
They were talking a lot leading up to that game.
So that was a game too that I felt like for a lot of the season you guys had really been run for the most part. And that was a game that I feel like the run game wasn't there. And it was like, Mark, it kind of came down to you, and you made something happen, and Colin had an amazing run there too. But how did it feel to sort of, now the last 2 games the last 3 games now get to throw a lot more and really be able to sort of take a game over throwing the ball? Because I know you're kind of you just want to win, but it must have been a little bit of an adjustment to be airing the ball out last year and then this year not throwing as much.
To me, it doesn't really matter. Like, if I don't do anything in the game and we win, I don't really care at all. As long as we win, like, I honestly prefer running the ball more, because I like pounding the rock, like, personally. But yeah, I don't really care.
And do the coaches ever get on you about like slide? Like, please slide at some point when you're in the open field if there's 3 people around you?
Yeah, they have.
The play that you didn't, though, like, tell me about that, as Braden almost called it, the tush-push play that's all of a sudden is a 35-yard touch. Like, what happened on that play?
Oh, that wasn't really me at all. It was the left side of the line, which is Theo, Noah, and Adam Belize. They did a great job at, like, moving the left side of the line to create an opening, and I scored.
You guys you're really only guaranteed 3 more games, you guys that are seniors. And Mark, you've got a whole other season, but I know you're really close with this senior class. And there's only like 3 more guaranteed games, basically. Watertown this week, Thanksgiving, and 1 playoff game. And so what does that mean to you guys to know, like, hey, the team's only guaranteed like 3 more games? To know that there's only that much time left playing football in high school, and Mark, for you playing with this group of guys.
Yeah, even though I've only played for 1 year, I'll definitely miss it. So I'm gonna try and enjoy these last few games with my friends, because for a lot of them, I've grew up playing sports with a lot of them, and so this will probably be my last season playing with a good amount of them. So I'll definitely try and enjoy it.
Yeah, I feel like it definitely went by a lot faster than everybody thought. But yeah, same thing as JR. Like, you gotta enjoy it.
Same thing with JR and Josh. Went really quick this year, and I hope these last 3 games we will win.
Yeah, I just kind of I try to cherish like every practice with these even though practices can be hard sometimes, I just try to enjoy it and cherish it, because I've been playing with a lot of these guys since I was 7 years old. I've been playing with Timmy, Jacob, Pat, like them since I was 7 years old. So I'm gonna miss them next year.
I just want to take a minute about Timmy, because he suffered an injury that cost him the rest of his year, and he was having just an incredible season. And even, I think it was representative of that season, the game that he gets hurt, he doesn't even play 3 full quarters, and he has 11 tackles in 2.5 quarters, which is just what would you guys say about Timmy this year as player, as a teammate?
So Timmy was definitely the leader of the defense.
Yeah.
And like just now that he's gone, it kind of like we gotta step up. Like we need someone to step up. But Gus is doing a good job. Just like kind of stepping up, and replacing that hole. And the Jordan Wedge, the freshman, has also been doing pretty good.
I'd say that like no one really deserves it less. Like no one deserves to get hurt, but like Timmy's like just been working so hard this year. Like, and I don't know, he's got like a really high football IQ too. So just see him lose the rest of his season sucks, obviously.
Yeah, I feel like he really like changes the game. Like he's just everywhere on the field.
Yeah. JR, Mark, Josh is right. Timmy been very, very, so much better this year compared from last year. He proved a lot, especially defensively. He's been very, very good.
So I guess to end on more of a higher note with a couple questions, some silly sort of Halloween questions, but I'm curious, go-to candy on Halloween. What's the one that's like that's the one that's the favorite?
I'd probably say like any type of chocolate, like maybe a Kit Kat, Hershey's. I love chocolate, Reese's.
Twix. Love Twix.
Probably Kit Kats or Skittles.
Yeah, Skittles.
I'd probably go with like Jolly Ranchers.
Best costume you ever wore growing up for Halloween?
Oh, Donnie Burger from That's My Boy.
You're that this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
dress that again. I dressed that when I was in the 8th grade. So.
I dressed up as Big Poppy one year and had like the big gold chain, like a black afro. So I'd say that.
I dressed up as a pimp like 2 years ago. That's probably
I dressed up as the Skull Trooper from Fortnite when I was in like 4th grade.
Time to throw a teammate under the bus here. Who on the team do you feel like would least handle a haunted house well? Like would just run out screaming, crying, just be terrible, just would not last.
Bell.
Aiden Bellevue or Josue.
Definitely Bell.
Yeah, he would cry.
Yeah.
Definitely him.
Josue.
Or him.
No.
I
never
maybe
get
JP
scared.
actually.
I never get scared.
I don't know about that.
So speaking of Halloween, Friday night game, Halloween game, unfortunately an away game because I feel like the Wilmington crowd would be amazing at a Halloween game. But last regular season game, what are the keys to just pulling out a win in the final regular season game?
Be disciplined, do your job, set the tone defensively. It's really defensively. So you gotta set the tone, and like just be physical. We gotta be the more physical team.
I'd say just like the beginning of the game would be the most important for us to kind of like get out there and like make a difference early, because this week we were kind of slow to start. So I'd say the beginning of the game is going to be the most important.
Yeah, I say we need to stay locked in at practice too, the whole week.
I think we need to be more disciplined and do our job to able to get ourselves better.
Yep.
Well, guys, thank you for joining us tonight. I know you got a busy week ahead. We're looking forward to Friday night. We're looking forward to more than 3 games left this year. I'm going to say that right now. But the 3 games was only the only ones that you guys are guaranteed. But I don't think that's going to be it. So thank you guys for joining us, and good luck Friday.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
having us.
Thank you.
Awesome.